Hello! This is the March Town Hall meeting for Laughing at Destiny. And we're dropping down out of orbit, and I'm going to have everything tell me that I am broadcasting, which is exciting and fun. And I need to turn off my volume. There we go. Alrighty, so Age of Triumph drops tomorrow, March 28th. Which is really exciting because that's going to be the Moments of Triumph for all 3 years. Basically everything Destiny 1. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Destiny 2. And we're going to be talking about the new schedule. Today I have with me Certified and Cupcake.
Hello.
And I will be running around the tower talking about stuff, doing things. We might have some other officers drop in later. You know, have some fun. So, first thing is Age of Triumph. And, there's the very first page, if you didn't watch the stream, talked about things that you've done over the last 3 years. So I know a lot of us are taking TOTS. And some of us have even started with Rise of Iron. So as soon as we get percentages, we will let you know what's the highest percentage that you can get. For a year 2 a player that started in year 2. Or a player that started in year 3, because you won't be able to get some of those notes. On the plus side, the awards that we get, like emblems, whatever the rewards are, that does not require for the book to be 100% complete, which is nice. But like I said, we'll go through and figure out, percentages and all that once it drops tomorrow. And also, as Gorlin mentioned, on the shop box, there will be a lag time between the weekly reset tomorrow and Age of Triumph dropping. Don't do any of the weeklies until Age of Triumph actually drops. If you happen to be on, sadly, I will be at work because it's sad day. Starting this week, I have to be back in the office. Oh no. So I won't be here. But for those of you who are, make sure you don't do any of your weeklies. That way you get the brand new rewards for next week. There is a new Treasure of the Ages, it's called. And it takes everything that is from Festival of the Lost, year 2, Festival of the Lost. Year 3, whatever the hell it is. So your Ghost, the Devil Ghost, and some of the masks and shaders and all that will be part of it. The Dawning boxes, the armor and whatnot will be part of it. Radiant Treasure, it's going to also have the new ornaments, mask, all sorts of stuff. I kicked the ball at you.
As far as like that lag that you were talking about, they're
Yes.
taking the Nightfall and the Strikes offline for that time anyway, so you won't be able to do it until Age of Triumph drops.
Cool. So, that's even better. But also in Age of Triumph, there is a page on collections. So, this is why I am over in the tower. So, Eva, who is the Guardian Outfitter, she sells the emblems and the shaders. And she is over here. She now refreshes daily. Before it used to be like every 3 days or something. Which is nice because you'll be able to pick up some of those those emblems that you may be missing. Also, since the last update, she's been selling a lot more items from the Vendor 3 and Vendor 4 groups. It's on the Collection 4 page. I have been able to, she's selling like that one today, the little light. I've been able to pick up a lot of these emblems that are missing. Now, what they said in the stream is that you will not need to have every single emblem in order to get that node checked off in Age of Triumph, but I don't know exactly what the number is, so, you know, I tell people just go ahead and pick up the emblems. It's, what else are you going to spend your glimmer on, right? Because all of us are maxed out on glimmer. So, you know, go through and pick it up. She regularly has things in the Vendor 1 and the Vendor 2. So, you know, pick up your emblems. If you don't already have all your shaders, she does also have shaders for sale. Oh, and that's the other thing. In the Age of, or no, the Treasures of the Ages, I keep getting that mixed up. It will also have the emblems for SRL. So if you did not happen to get all of your emblems for SRL and you want them, that is where you go get them. So, yay. So yeah, pick up your emblems, pick up any shaders, and, you know, complete out your collections of stuff and things and all that. Amanda is still resetting. I think it's every 3 days. But what I have noticed is that she has a lot more of the green and the blue ships for sale, which has been very nice. Again, you know, what else do you have to spend your glimmer on? So you may as well go over there and run over to the tower hangar, running, and pick that up. She also has the sparrows for people that are collecting their sparrows. Like I said, it's the same thing as with the emblems. It's not a complete collection, so you don't have to worry about, you know, having absolutely everything. But, you know, it's good to see she has a green and a blue there. But it's good to, you know, go ahead and start building your collection now, especially if you haven't been building it as we've been going. For the sparrows. So the quartermasters, there's the Crucible quartermaster and the Vanguard quartermaster. They each sell 3 blue sparrows. And you probably have seen, but a lot of people don't realize that Xur sells those upgrades. He actually had a stealth drive upgrade last weekend, which was amazeballs. They cost 23 strange coins each. So if you notice, there's this Vanguard. I took this blue one, and there's 4 different versions on the upgrade. So there's your normal upgrade, stealth drive, or the normal is the plasma, stealth drive, the green one, which is like emerald, and then the void, which is purple. So if you need sparrows, you know, this is a really fast way to get a bunch of sparrows. Pick up whatever Amanda has, buy the 3 that the Vanguard and Crucible, and the 3 that the Crucible quartermaster has. These do cost legendary marks, but I mean, most people don't have anything else to buy with legendary marks. So, and then you can grab whatever 2 drives that Xur has, grab 6 of each, and, you know, upgrade away. We don't exactly know the full count, but it's good to know. Good to have. For those of you who have a crap ton of silver dust, or, you know, you buy silver dust or whatever, if you go into the silver dust kiosk, which I have to run back over there now, so bear with me. Running. This is my running song. It's awesome. So if you go over to the silver dust kiosk, There are not only the ornaments, but you can also buy those special sparrows. You can only buy them once, so once it's already owned, it's going to be, right out and marked as already owned. Um, so that's another way that you can get sparrows if you have a ton of silver dust. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much the collections that's based out of the tower that I know of off the top of my head. You can go ahead and start doing them tonight. Like Amanda's getting new ships tomorrow. Eva, of course, is updating daily, so you can go buy her emblems tonight and then go buy them again tomorrow. That's a good way to get all those done. Ghost are account wide. That will also be on the collection page. I know that I've been, like, for example, helping Wench get all of her ghosts. If you go to destinydeadghost.com, and that is all one word, destinydeadghost.com, and put in your gamer tag, and it will show you all the ghosts that you still have, and there are videos that are pretty helpful. So go through there and you can get them all. The Siva clusters and the calcified fragments are per character, but it's account wide for the Age of Triumph book. So if you do not have all your calcified fragments, it probably means that you do not have a touch of malice. So you should go do that. Again, there's a link on that destinydeadghost.com to the calcified fragments version, and there's one for the Siva clusters version. Go through, grab them all. Gold chest is a little bit harder, so there's no grimoire for it. Because of that, there's no tracker to let you know which gold chest that you've already picked up. So if you go to the destination director place and you actually click on a planet, so Earth, Mars, Venus, Moon, there'll be a number of, 5 of 5 or 3 or 5 or whatever, right? Then it tells you how many gold chests you have. If you just go and you Google Gold Chest Destiny, I think it's like Eurogamer is the first one that pops up. It has a really good description in it. And if you don't happen to remember which chests you have, just go ahead and check all of them until you get your 5 of 5. But those are good things that are easy to do, that can give you credit inside of your Age of Triumph book. For those of you who do not have a Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, there is a page for each of those. So I don't really know what it entails, but I'm assuming that it's things like, certain amount of kills on each character type, having all 3 of your subclasses done for each character type, etc. and so forth. So that would be, an easy way to get it. For PvP, there's a just generic Crucible type of page in Age of Triumph. We'll be working on those for in generic PvP and for Age of Triumph. You have to get completions. I think it's completions for each Crucible type. So, that's just kind of like playing the game. You'll get it. There's a page specifically for trials. And let me tell you guys, the trials map this weekend sucked. Shores of Time, there was a lot of sniping. It was not fun. But, as we find streamers that are really good, we'll put them out there for you guys. I did carry attempts on Saturday. It's just a matter of, finding people that are good and nice, and, they're not, watching the stream, and there's, absolutely zero chance of winning a raffle to get in. So I found a couple of the smaller streamers and won some raffles and whatnot. And they were all really nice. I'll make it to the lighthouse eventually. Some of you, can make it to the lighthouse on your own. Some of us can't. So we'll be putting out that information for those of you who want to complete the node to go to the lighthouse. I know Wrecking Ball is also on the trials page. You can actually go to the Bungie website and check your medals to see if you already have Wrecking Ball, or wait until Age of Triumph drops tomorrow and if the node is available. And there is also a page for raids. So, for Age of Triumph, they have decided to bring all raids back up to light level 390 with a brand new set of gear for each raid, so all 4 raids. The 2 old raids will get 2 challenges each, so there will be a total 2, 4... I'm doing math in my head. There will be a total of 9 challenges, and that is part of the Age of Triumph book. What we do not know is if it counts for, if you have to do it only in 390, if it counts if, you've done it in normal, what the deal is. So we'll let you know as soon as we figure it out. One word about the Wrath of the Machine challenges. In order to get those 2 emblems, you must complete those challenges on hard. So they should be bringing out new emblems or some such for these new challenges in the 390 light raids. And so we're assuming it's going to happen the same way. You have to do it in the 390 version in order to get those emblems. They have also added some new ghosts and maybe even some sparrows or something into the raids for us to go and find. So as soon as we know where everything is, or as soon as other people have gone and searched for it and they found it, we will let you know what they said. And, for anybody that's still looking for calcified fragments and King's Fall or Siva clusters and Wrath of the Machine, we know where all those locations are, so we can pull that too. For the raids, there's going to be 1 weekly raid. We start off with Crota's End, and then we should be going to King's Fall, then Wrath, then Vault of Glass, etc. and so forth. All challenges are turned on if it is the weekly raid. You can still do, the other 390 light raids. You can still go in and do it on easy, on the original heroic, whatever. But all challenges are turned on for the weeklies. And we're assuming that I'm trying to remember what they said in the last stream. I think they said that the only way you can get the adept versions is when it's weekly, which is the exotic versions, which is really nice because all of those primary elemental weapons that they got rid of that were for year 1, they're brought back as exotics. So, for those of you who are still doing the exotic hunt, that will add to it. There's been rumors that if you do not have a year 1 Necrochasm, you still have to go through the entire thing in order to get a year 3 Necrochasm. Certified and Complete were lucky last week and they got a Crux of Crota. Some of us still do not get a Crux of Crota. It's very sad. But we're going to continue to do that, running Vault of Glass for people to get Ascendant Energy and running hard Crota for people to be able to do, to get a chance to get the Crux of Crota. And I mean, honestly, I feel you guys, right? I feel your pain. There are some people who are like, it's my 2nd time doing hard Crota and I got a Crux. And then there's other people who's like, I've done it 100 times since year 1 and I still don't have a Crux. I don't really know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I feel your pain too. So, I mean, you'll hopefully eventually get it. Get certified, aka Cupcake. Everything that I've read has said that it falls under the normal loot table, which means 1 character per week. My Twitch is not freezing, Wench, but I don't know. I'm watching it. Oh, it may be pixelating because, other people are doing other things. I don't know. Sorry if it's pixelating. But yeah. Anyway, one character per week, so we'll try and save the checkpoint once a week on the original heroic version of Courtesan for people who are still doing Crux. So, Age of Triumph. Yay! It's our last update until Destiny 2, which brings me into our conversation about Destiny 2. There was a leak of a Italian Destiny poster. This had the date of September 8th on it, which is a Friday. So either they're dropping it on a Friday, or they're going to change reset from Tuesday to Friday, or people in other countries are getting it later from us and we get it the Tuesday beforehand. I don't know. But that's about the time frame we are looking at, September 8th, which actually makes perfect sense because they have said on the Bungie streams before that the daylight modifier, which is a new modifier for the Nightfalls, and it makes it like mayhem. They're doing 6 weeks of it, starting in late July. So I'm assuming that it's the last 6 weeks prior to Destiny 2 coming out. There has been some artwork coming out. There's like an artwork that came out today where it looks like there's two travelers, so everybody's like, oh my god. So, I mean, we don't really know. Pretty much Bungie has been only focusing on Age of Triumph. Hopefully, since Age of Triumph is dropping next week, and, after the week or so of us doing AG stuff, that, they're going to start giving us more information about Destiny 2, and, confirming a date for us. Whatever. I only hope that the story is better as what it was for Destiny 1, because I know that there was a huge drama around the story. You can bring over your characters, so the way your character looks, your class, all gear, all purchases from Eververse, and all materials and consumables will not move out of Destiny 1. You will still be able to play with them in Destiny 1, but they will not move with you to Destiny 2. So, we are not getting more vault space. I repeat, we are not getting more vault space. Which means, all of that new gear, the armor, that for all 4 raids, the weapons for all 4 raids, new exotics for the adept weapons, all of that, I know you guys are going to want to keep it, which means that some of the stuff that's in your vault needs to go. I've already started cleaning out stuff. Don't forget, if you already have all your sparrows, emblems, ships, etc., feed your faction. Part of Age of Triumph is that you need to have at least level 25, which is the exotic quest threshold on each of your factions. I have all 9 of the class items, so, I mean, once you get to level 25, you get the quest, you can switch to your next faction, push using your heavy, but use legendary marks to buy planet materials from the Crucible Quartermaster, whatever it is. But yes, as Wench said, start shredding peeps, because you are not going to get more vault space. And I know we're all going to want to play with the new armor, which has, like, these really cool, like, effects on them and stuff. So you need space for them. It's going to be, fun going through and playing the raids, at our current light level. I mean, I never had a chance to play Crota or Vault of Glass at the correct light level, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have to get used to it. I know a lot of us, we only knew, like, the cheesing way. We don't know the real way. Like the amount of people who show up to Crota and have to explain how you cross the bridge because they've never done it before. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. Which brings me to the last thing. The new schedule. So, for those of you who were in year 1, let me move around a bit. For those of you who were in year 1, completing the Nightfall caused your head to be in blue flames, which looked awesome, but it also gave you an XP boost. So, with that in mind, Nightfalls have been moved to Tuesday night, so that it is the beginning of the Destiny week. So you will have that XP buff the entire week, assuming you do the Nightfall with us on Tuesday night. We will also still be running it under the 30 minutes for the Icebreaker Chance quest from Zavala, for those of you who still do not have an Icebreaker. And the extra XP boost will help immensely for when it's time to, you get all of that new gear from the raids, so you don't have to drop a whole bunch of motes into it. You can actually, have a little bit of a boost from the XP. Wednesday night will then be changed to just an Age of Triumph generic night. This is kind of what we did for Moments of Triumph last year, where if you need help with anything, whether it's, finding ghosts, or you need help in PvP, or, whatever you need to help you get to your Age of Triumph, that is the place to do it. You can let us know beforehand what you need help with, and we can try and set up the fire teams and whatnot, or just show up. This is going to work kind of like Monday Mixers, where it's a come and go type thing. So just let us know what you need to do on Wednesday night. Thursday will now be our normal Wrath of the Machine run. So basically, I've switched Tuesday and Thursday's events. If you need monitors, this is the place to do it, since we normally only pull monitors in normal, since you can't go back to orbit, and you can't work off of a checkpoint. And if you do not have the full set of raid gear, I talked last month a lot about the raid gear for Wrath of the Machine, but it's really helpful. I highly suggest everybody gets a full set of raid gear, and it's going to drop at that 385, whatever light level it drops at. But you can always pull it up to 400, right? And I've been, going through and trying to find ones that work better for me, like different roles and whatnot. But running normal Wrath of the Machine is the way to do it. And it also just helps to have, like, a good idea of how the mechanics work. This week is Access, but we're going to be running the challenge mode, teaching people how all the challenges work. Access challenge is a pain in the ass. So just doing, a little bit of practice on it and everything, so that way when we actually go into hard mode and we do this in order to get the emblems, it goes a little bit smoother, right? Because you actually have had practice with it. And then on normal, so Fridays, the hard Wrath of the Machine. Saturday, we're going to do the old raids. Still, this is going to be at the original light level, so we're going to be doing Flawless Crotas, Hard Crotas for the Crux, running Vault of Glass for Ascendant Energy for people who are working on their Necrochasm. We can even do Hard Vault of Glass for anybody who needs it, Killing Gorgons for people who need it. Whatever the case may be, we're still going to be doing that on Saturday nights. And Sunday is going to be our PvP, which, is the same. I'm going to pick a new map every month. We will, go and play hide and seek first, and then we will have our tournament. We'll be having another Sparrow race, probably don't know if it's going to be in April or May. I haven't decided yet. But we'll be doing another Sparrow race on it. Whatever. And then we have Iron Banner. And then we also have the generic PvP, which is going to be a good place for people to get their Age of Triumph stuff done. Speaking of PvP, you are like running out of time, but if you did not finish your mountaintop, then you need to go and do the mountaintop tonight, because with Age of Triumph it is going away. Classic Free For All is also going away, so if you still have like Jolly Holiday, so getting kills with your last word, or your first curse, let us know tonight, and we'll see if we can try and get in there, because that is going away. So, on the schedule, the one thing I did not talk about is a weekly raid. So what we're going to do is go back to having the 1 hour chunks on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the weekly raid. And we ask that everybody is ready to go so we can start as close to 9:30 as possible. And this is a hard stop at 10:30. And we will just pick up the following day wherever we last left off with the checkpoint. If, we do awesome and we, complete it, we'll just start it over again for anybody who wasn't there the first time around and just keep going. We will be doing all of the challenges, which is going to be brand new for us for Vault of Glass and for Crota. And the reason why we're doing this is that it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. It's going to be a lot harder because it's actually going to be at 390 light, which, we normally don't really have to worry about that problem now, right, guys? It's like we're all at 400, so things just kind of like die when we look at them, especially in those old raids. So having to go through, learn it. They've done a lot of changes. They've fixed some of the cheeses, so learning that, learning the challenges, all of that type of stuff. So we'll all be going through it together the first few weeks as we figure everything out. And do the new raids for the first month. So whatever that weekly raid is, like I said, we're starting with Crota this week. That will be the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, starting at 9:30 Central. So for those of you who like to run later, that's a good time for you guys too. You'll be able to get in your weekly raid. I really hope that the schedule works out well for you guys. It was a bit of a shuffle trying to make sure that we had time for everything because there's a lot going on. There will be unofficially people also running the other 390 raids that's not on the weekly, just for practice and to get gear and whatnot. So we always have something going along, whatever. So, just if you're bored and you see people that are in the clan doing stuff, we'll, drop in, say hi. This is also going to give a great opportunity for those of you who are not at 400. The Nightfall is dropping by 10 light. Heroic Strike playlist is dropping by 10 light. So that makes it a little bit easier for people, which the live team has basically said that Age of Triumph will be generous as fuck. So you should not be having problems getting up to 400. If you're under 390, push your faction. I've said it multiple times, but your regular faction, Vanguard, Crucible, Eris, Varix, Petra. Petra has a ton of new quests, so you should be able to get to 390 without a problem, especially now. The whole idea is for them to be able to get people up to 400 so they can do the end game content before Destiny 2 drops in September. So, You need any help, you let us know. We're trying to make sure that we have, things for you guys to do on a nightly basis, and also, working with the new Age of Triumph and all that. If you have any questions, and you're watching the stream, you can go ahead and type them in now. Also, let me know by, typing in your gamer tag into the chat, so I know, who's actually here. I'll bounce it over to Certified, who's staring at me. Now he's dancing at me. Certified, you got anything?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good as far as for tomorrow goes. I know a lot of the main questions they were having on like the Bungie's Twitter was like what time it drops for tomorrow. And it's like because they're dropping it as if Iron Banner would, so it's actually gonna get released at 10 a.m. Pacific. So
that's noon Central. I'll put a countdown timer on the website too. About that, but yeah, good point. Cupcake, do you have anything?
And she will have, bounties as well. I didn't talk about it in the stream, but it is something that was brought up.
Thank you for the reminder on that.
So they gave him bounties.
Yes. Which is going to be so much fun, because I'll actually be able to do stuff with them, unlike now, since I'm at rank 5 with Banshee and all my characters. So, if you are not rank 5 with the gunsmith, go grab his guns. The ones that work in a crucible, like this one that I have currently, it will work in private matches, so just grab a friend or grab one of us or whatever, and we'll let you shoot us to get that done with, so that way you can get to your rank 5. Have they said if I'm assuming that the bounties is going to give you gunsmith faction, so have they said if there's any other exotics that they will have for Banshee or quest lines?
I don't.
Not Banshee exclusives, they haven't.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Also the two travelers thing.
Yes.
You had talked about.
Yes.
They said that there isn't two travelers.
Okay.
There's only one.
I haven't looked in the last couple hours.
I was on Reddit earlier, and I was
It
on
can
Reddit
only
earlier.
be one.
There's like a list of stuff.
Yeah.
Reddit's
So there's,
amazing.
and that's part of the problem, right? So it's like, I normally try and check a few times a day, because things come out all the time. So we're trying to figure out what are, what's rumors, what's, just guesses, educated guesses, I guess. Whatever. Each streamer has their own little, idea of this would be awesome for Destiny 2, but until we actually know what's going on, we can't really, do anything until we know. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
I will say, as far as like the Zavala bounties, as the icebreaker, I've done the Nightfall like 4 times or so this week with people that haven't had the icebreaker yet, and every single one of them have gotten it so far this week.
Well,
so
that's
I don't
a
know
good
if it's just
sign.
coincidental or if it's being more generous as heck, as the live stream would say. But it seems to be doing pretty good. So if you need the icebreaker, just let one of us know, and it seems to be dropping pretty decently. But
either that or it's
don't
certified.
get discouraged.
So, you should hit up Certified.
It's always me.
Because he can be your lucky charm, apparently.
I'm always down to do Nightfalls, so.
I have not gotten it on my other 2 characters. Granted, I haven't been running all 3 characters through the Nightfall. I don't know if it only drops once or what. I don't really care, so I haven't really paid attention. But, you know, that's something. Yeah, if anybody needs to run Nightfalls, we can do that. But we shall see, you know. Sometimes. Oh, there's also a rainbow modifier. It's one of the new modifiers they talked about, which means that all 3 burns will be turned on at once. Apparently, it is not on at the same time as the sound like it rotates.
Daybreak.
Thank you, Daybreak. So, and he said that like the Daybreak is every 4 weeks. So we're thinking that there's going to be 2 other new modifiers. I don't know. I mean, I've read a bunch of people who have made guesses, but I don't think anything official has come out yet. So, you know. And Wench, you need to do the Nightfall so we can get you an icebreaker.
Right.
So.
Send me a message, Wench. I can do the Nightfall with you. I'm sure
Yes,
we can
because apparently certified is good luck today.
Yeah. Always.
Alright. I know I covered a ton of information. I kind of talked fast to make sure that I didn't go over the hour mark, but I will have the recording of this put up on YouTube so you guys can watch it. It's kind of a lot of guessing right now because we don't have the actual Age of Triumph book. We don't have any information on Destiny 2. In the April Town Hall meeting, I'll go over, you know, Age of Triumph and anything that looks like, you know, people are having problems with. And hopefully by that time we'll have a lot more information about Destiny 2. So, you know, we'll have information. And then I'll also, you know, we'll have a lot of the new gear so we can have our own fashion show and, you know, whatnot. Also, GameStop, for their pre-order for Destiny 2, they also have like a Cade figurine. And it is so freaking adorable. So look it up on Google. I don't think it's supposed to be cute, but it came out as really cute. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where if it wasn't Cade, it wouldn't be as cute. Anyway, as we find out more pre-order information, I'm sure that Bungie will be running, you know, stuff like they did with, you know, all the other pre-orders that they've done, whether it's like Special Sparrows or whatever they decide to do. As soon as we get information, we will let you know. But, you know, for the time being, enjoy Destiny 1. Go through, finish out your story missions, so that you can make sure you can bring your character over to Destiny 2. You know, go through, get your ghosts, your emblems, you know, all that fun stuff. You know, you don't have to be a completionist, but there's a crap ton of things to do in Destiny, so go off and you do stuff in Destiny. Last call for questions, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Which I now have to wait for the
Transmissions to the reef resuming shortly.
Why don't you love that Twitch lag?
Yes, I know. It's so great.
Too heavy.
You could hear the enthusiasm.
2 hours.
Hey, I've done the no time to explain when it eons ago and over Twitch trying to figure out where all the ghosts were, and let me tell you, it is not fun because it's like turn left, wait 10 seconds. Okay, now you need to turn right, wait 10 seconds. Oh no, you went too far, turn back. And it's like, well crap, where did I miss my turn?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I completely forgot about that one.
Yes. I should have saved that. That was hilarious.
Bungie said what?
Oh, possible trailer this week. Another trailer. Actually, no. She probably means her Destiny 2 trailer.
That's what I would assume too.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
thinking that's what
H-Times
she
is
meant.
already out. Why would there be a trailer for that? Yes.
Better be live action.
Warlock Tower.
It'll just be a lot of freaking.
Yeah, that
teasers.
was painful. I showed my blonde moment. I have a few blonde hairs in there. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions that either you think of later or as you're watching the recording, or you're just too embarrassed to ask in the stream, I don't know why, because we're really nice people, but you know, whatever.
Never certified.
I was waiting for that.
Go ahead
Not the
and
place
send me a message. I can always be reached on Shifter, on Xbox, you know, wherever. Send me a message, ask your question, you know. I will update the weekly schedule as soon as possible, probably tomorrow. And then I'll get April schedule updated. I only have time this week, today, to do the rest of March. And I will update the news item with Age of Triumph stuff. So we will have all sorts of fun things going on. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys in April when we will have more information. Later, guys.